I'm in my prime like I'm Dion. Yeah, focused on the green like it's neon. Niggas claim they real, but I don't even see none. I don't fuck with your type, y'all some peons. I'm in the zone like I'm Deion Sanders. Got 21 bitches with me, no manners. Asking 21 questions, nigga Curtis Jackson. Hey, fuck all of that talking, bitch, let's get it crackin'. Yeah.
Yo, what's going on out there, world? How y'all doing out there? Man, welcome to a new edition, man. Brand new edition of the show, Sports Noise Media. We're doing a special tonight, man, for all the NBA fans out there, for all the hoop fans, all the ballers. This is strictly about NBA. It's a NBA centric show. It's a special, man. I want to shout out to my co-hosts, Dennis and Knight, for giving me the special, man, to put on for y'all, man, for the NBA fans out there. I know it's been a long awaited show, anticipated show, but it's finally here. Like I said, I'm gonna be your host tonight, man. This strictly me, man, your boy Bama Bull. Let's go and dive into it, man. Let's get a hand, man. Like I said, man, it's been a quarter. We got the quarter mark, past the quarter mark with the NBA season, man. So it's been exciting basketball at hand, man. Been a lot of storylines, been a lot of brand new players in the game, a lot of talent, a lot of guys just balling right now, man, doing their thing right now, man. But for right now, I'm just give you a summary of the season, catch y'all up to speed. For people that have been missing out, need to be tuned in or caught up to speed. But people that has been tuned in, man, I'm gonna give my analysis on different teams and different subjects and different topics, man. With that being said, let's go and get off into it. Like I said, we at the quarter mark for the NBA. But it started off, man, pretty nice, man. We had a first ever in-season tournament. This is a new wrinkle that Adam Silver brought to the league. He wanted to try it out this year. Basically, it's like a March Madness. It was like a March Madness format for the NBA, where they're going to be playing competitive ball, competitive games, and playing for some. Basically, they were just trying to make things competitive and compete with the NFL during their time, because we all know in the early months of sports season is always dominated by football. So basically, they just wanted to throw something out there, man, to compete with the NFL, man. Not only that, had these guys, man, just being competitive, man, at the beginning of the season, because we all know as NBA fans, we've been seeing high-profile players, man, resting, not want to play back-to-backs, just basically sitting out on games, man, and it's unfair to the fans. So kudos to Adam Silver, man, for adding the in-season tournament, first ever. And it was a success, man, from start to finish, man. We seen all kind of players, man, teams stepping up, just playing hard, man, just really playing playoff basketball at the beginning of the season, man, instead of towards the end. So it was very exciting to see, man. At first, it was kind of unusual, getting the analytics of the prizes and what's at stake for the in-season tournament. But once you got everything packed down and the formatting and stuff like that, guys was locked in, man. You see about guys, high-profile players, man, just giving they all, man. It was a sight to see, man. It was wonderful to see, bro. To see competitive basketball going on at the same time football, man. Especially if you're a sports fanatic like me, man. You didn't know what to watch at certain times, man. Whether to watch the NFL or the NBA. That's how exciting it was, man. It looked like it's going to be a success from here on out. It's going to carry on. Adam Silver going to carry on, and I don't see why not, man. Because like I say, man, everybody loves the idea, man, and accepted the idea, man. And everybody was bought in, man, when it came to this subject. So, like I say, man, we had the in-season tournament. We had the Lakers end up winning the in-season tournament over the Indiana Pacers. In the championship, man, we seen the Lakers, man. They gave it they all, man, from start to finish, from the start to the end, man. We seen Bron, basically, man, just was on a mission, bro. Just on a mission, man. Not only was he playing at a high level, but he was playing some of the best basketball we've seen him play in years, man. And that's saying a lot. the LeBron basically, you know what I'm saying, had a mission to let the world know, man. He wanted to win this tournament. It was an achievement that they wanted to achieve, and they saw that, and they did it, and they accomplished it. They accomplished it. For real. AD Anthony Davis, he was up and down, but he put on a monster performance in the championship round when they played the Pacers. Man, he played amazing, man, that last game, man. We all know Anthony Davis, when he's on top of his game, there's very few players that can play like him or even match up against him once he's on top of his game, man. But it's all about the effort when it comes to Anthony Davis because we all know talent-wise, he's easily top 6 in the league. But like I said, it's always an effort level when it comes to AD, man. It's always how his motor. Is it going to run high or is it going to run low? Is he going to give effort on both ends of the floor or just on the defensive side? So with that being said, Anthony Davis put it all together and put it all on the line. And basically, man, closed the game, man, turned it to a beach, man, and gave them boys that work, man. Gave the Pacers that work. The Pacers, man, really turned it on in the in-season tournament, made a name for themselves, letting it put the NBA on notice, man, letting the league know that they are up and coming team, a rising team. And Tyrese Halliburton basically, man, put his stamp on being a star, man. If you don't know, if you haven't paid attention to the Pacers or Tyrese Halliburton, if you're not familiar with his game, you should be, man. This guy's easily, man, like top 3 point guard in the league right now. This guy's a star in the making. This guy is, man, unorthodox. He's an unorthodox scorer. But man, when I say this guy is box office, he's must see. He's definitely that, man. But the Lakers end up prevailing, man, end up beating the Pacers. But kudos to the Pacers, man, because like I said, man, they played a hell of an in-season tournament, man. And even beyond the tournament, man, they have been a success, man, this season, man. But with that being said, Bron ended up winning MVP in the in-season tournament, and they ended up winning the first ever in-season tournament, man. So enough on that, man. That was the in-season tournament. Catch y'all up to speed with the Pistons, man. The Detroit Pistons, man, is a big storyline for all the wrong reasons right now. The Pistons went on a historic losing streak. They ended up losing 28 games in a row. Man, it was ugly. It was nasty. If you're a Detroit Pistons fan, I know you got your head down, you got your head in your hands right now, wondering what the hell is going on. Because the losing streak that they went on, it was 28 games, and they just broke it the other night. They have broke the losing streak, but they still remain the worst team in the league so far, man. Detroit Pistons. They only won probably a total of 4 games so far. To say the least, man, they are playing awful basketball, and that's crazy, man, because they have a lot of young talent on their team. And they led by their first-year coach, Monty Williams, man, the former Phoenix Suns coach. We all know Monty Williams is a great coach. We seen what he did with Phoenix. We seen what he did when he was assistant coach. And he was supposed to turn the Detroit Pistons around, man, but unfortunately right now, in last place, man, I don't see no team worse than these guys. I don't see them guys turning the corner. It looks like it's going to be a very bad season for Detroit Pistons. Like I said, they have a lot of young talent on their roster. I like Cade Cunningham. You know, they got Jaden Ivory. They got some guys, man, that can hoop, man. Duran. But unfortunately, man, they just don't have enough veterans on their team. And it's a very, very young team, man, with a lot of talent. And to me, it just seems like nobody knows their role, man. Nobody knows who's the star of the team, who's going to be the guy that's going to bring the ball up. It just seems like there's a whole bunch of confusion going on, man. Bunch of freestyling going on when it comes to the Pistons, man. Like I said, I am a fan of Cade Cunningham. You know, he's 2 years removed from being the #1 pick in the draft. And he had an up and down season last year due to a lot of injuries he suffered. But he seems fully healthy this year. And he has been balling. He has been one of the bright spots on their team. They do have a rookie, and Ausar Thompson, that's real talented that they drafted this year with the 5th pick. And he's the twin brother of the Houston Rockets guard Amen Thomas. They're two twin rookies, but both of them guys are very talented. But I really like the guy from Detroit Pistons, Asur. Because he's versatile, bro. The way he's been playing defense, he hasn't had an impact scoring, but he's just an all around player, man. We talking about a guy that play both ends of the floor, high level guy, got a lot of bounce to his step, um, can score at all levels, and can defend at a high level, and can rebound with the best of them guys, man. And I think he's like around like 6'7", man. He's a versatile forward, bro. So, like I said, they have a lot of young talent on their team, and on down the line, they should be able to put it together. But for us right now, man, they playing awful right now. But I do have faith in Monty Williams and his coaching ability, even though he's suffering a lot of losses right now. I really think it's probably gonna take him longer than expected, probably like a year or two. And they get some more pieces, get some more veterans in there, man. They'll be able to turn it around, man. But they definitely need some veterans on their team. It's not gonna be a lot of free agent guys that want to go to Detroit Pistons at this time. So they really gonna have to work through the draft and get enough homegrown talent to turn this thing around, man, because it's looking real, real bad right now. That's enough on the Pistons. I'm gonna slide off to the next topic at hand. We had a lot of turnover in the NBA. What I mean by turnover, I mean by trades. So we see stars on new teams. We see a lot of players on new teams this year. And it's very exciting, man. I like to see it. Nowadays it's player centric. In the NBA, it ain't nothing for you to request a trade and get traded to another team. Just get out of there. Go to a better situation. Like I say, this day and age with the NBA, it's more player centric. It's not like the old days where guys had to suffer and basically like pay their dues and be on teams they didn't want to play for and still tough it out. We see that in the new age. We've seen it with Bron. We've seen it with Durant and them guys. These guys, man, they get in these situations. My bad, excuse me. They get in these situations, and they want to get out, man. Nobody don't have time to be playing on a crappy team no more, man. With the player movement and the way they go about their business now, man. So, like I say, a lot of people don't like it. They got the old standard. They still stuck on the old standard, but I kind of like it because it just give the players more power. They empower the players, man, instead of the owners. Because we know in the NFL it don't go like that. So in the NBA, man, is really more player centric, and I like it like that, man. So with that being said, we had a lot of big stars on the move. We had Dame Lillard, joining the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis. We had Drew Holiday joining Boston Celtics, providing a super five team, a starting five with Porzingis getting traded there as well. We seen James Harden go to the Clippers, Bradley Beal go to the Suns. It just been a lot of turnover, man. It been a lot of movement, man. And like I say, normally, it seems like every year we see more and more movement with the players, man. And like I say, it's a sight to see, man. And with that being said, to me, I have a question is, out there, basically, I feel like the most important addition so far this season, when we talk about the additions that been added on to the NBA teams so far, I really think that Kristaps Porzingis has been the most impactful addition to his team so far. I know the predominant favorite probably would be Dame Lillard going to the Bucks, but man, to me, I really think Porzingis has been made more of an impact with Boston than Dame has with the Bucks, man. And that's saying a lot because I'm a big fan of Dame. And Dame is a top 5 talent in this league. Don't get me wrong. But I have been paying attention to the Bucks. And they have been pretty much the same team that they was. They really not no different than they have been with Dame. They are a little bit more exciting. They got a lot of firepower, more on offense. But when I say who has the best addition, I mean just all around, just impacting the team, and that's why I'm picking the edge that goes to Porzingis, because this guy, it was kind of question marks coming in. If you don't know who Porzingis is, This guy been in the league for a while. He basically was a mold of Victor Wembanyama before Wembanyama was even thought of, man. So he plays in that mold of Wembanyama, but he doesn't have the tools that Wembanyama have. But Porzingis is a solid scorer. He's a solid player. Has been in the league for a while, but to see him probably on this is his best team that he's been on by far. To see him thriving on a team like this, it is kind of surprising to a lot of people because he was coming into the season and thought of as a player, as a finesse player, thought of a player that's just be real, man. A lot of people think Porzingis is just a shoot guy. He's not a guy that's going to get in the post being at his size and his versatility. You would think he'll take advantage of guys in the post, but he rather sit on the 3-point line and shoot it. But he's developed his game, man, a lot, man, since he got to Boston. He did real good last year with Washington, but this year, man, he's taking his game to a whole nother level. He's playing at a high level on both ends of the floor. That's why I say I feel like this is the best addition because he give them guys so much versatility, man. Boston, we all know, is led by Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, but with the additions of Jrue Holiday, they still have Derrick White that's starting. And with Porzingis, they probably have the best starting five in the league right now. They are very top heavy. They bench is semi mediocre, but they does their job, man. And Boston, man, has been amazing this far, man. And Porzingis has been a big reason why. For my most disappointing addition so far, I'm gonna say Jordan Poole. We see Jordan Poole, man. He got traded, you know what I'm saying, for Chris Paul. That's how Chris Paul ended up being in Golden State. We seen Jordan Poole get shipped out to Washington. At the time when it happened, I knew why it happened. I thought it was going to be a big opportunity for Jordan Poole, being that he's a guy that wants the ball, wants the spotlight, kind of want to be the man on the team. And he didn't really get a chance to do that with Golden State because we all know that they led by Steph Curry. So you're not going to outshine Steph on that team with the guys that's on that team, man. Jordan Poole's a very young guy, very talented scorer. For what he did with Golden State, I really thought he was going to have a lot of success with Washington, being that he was going to basically, him and Kyle Kuzma was going to be the focal points of the offense. But it just seemed like, man, Jordan Poole, man, just been a major disappointment so far, man. Has been by far, to me, the worst addition to any team in the NBA this season. Jordan Poole, man, has been a major disappointment. He hasn't elevated them guys at all. He's really a guy, man. Like I say, he's really talented. He has a lot of talent, but man, he has a lot of character issues as well. He's very immature. He's very like one of them guys that like the ball hog. He don't really play a lot of team ball, and it's starting to show, man, at an all-time high with him being with the Washington Wizards, man. They don't get a lot of TV time. You're not going to be able to see these guys on TV. They're a horrible team. But Jordan Poole, man, I have been paying attention to him. He has been playing by far, man, selfish basketball, and he's by far the worst addition to any team this season, man. With that saying, I'm gonna slide on to my next topic. Man, I say, man, watching this season so far, I want to say it's a changing of the guard. And when I say that, when I say changing of the guard, I mean, like, we had these favorite teams, these teams that have been dominating for the past, 4 to 5 years, probably been the favorite so far. You had your Boston's has been balling out, Milwaukee. This your favorites, even in the West, man. We had Golden State for a while, had a nice reign. You had Denver having a nice season, man, having back-to-back nice seasons. The steady favorites, but when I mean changing the guard, I mean these uprising teams, man, that has been putting in work this year, man, has been shining and elevating at an all-time high. And it really like that's been the story so far, man. These new teams, like when I mean these new teams, up and coming teams, I mean the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Indiana Pacers, the OKC, man, Oklahoma Thunder, man, Oklahoma City Thunder, the Orlando Magic. These guys, man, those group of teams that I just named, all have elevated and all put themselves in the thick of things. I know it's the quarter of the season, but what I'm seeing so far, I am very, very impressed with those teams, especially Minnesota and Oklahoma City Thunder. They are the top two teams in the West right now. With Minnesota being the top team in the West right now, and OKC being number two. If you would have told me this probably a month ago, 2 months ago, that Minnesota would be leading the West and OKC would be two, I would have thought I would have been probably laughed at you or something, man. Probably thought you was tripping, something like that of that nature, man. Because ain't nobody really think that these guys. Sure enough, these guys had some playoff experience last year with Minnesota playing in the play-in game and OKC as well. But to see them go from playing in the play-in game and rising to the top of the West right now in such a short time, it's amazing to see, man. And kudos to them guys, man. Especially on the East side, man. For the Indiana Pacers and then Orlando Magic, them guys have put themselves in the middle of the East. They're no longer a team that you can laugh at, especially Orlando Magic, because we all know, man, they've been suffering some horrible years over these years. They have been one of the worst teams in the league, probably for the last 5 to 6 years. When the last time we seen Orlando even in the playoffs? So see them boys, man, at the middle of the East right now, rising, being an up and coming team. They're a very young team as well, but they play very, very good, man, as a unit. They have a second-year coach, a very young coach as well, but he has been doing an amazing job, man. They led by Paolo Banchero, the number one pick from last year, the guy from Duke, man. And they got so many young guys on their team that just been balling, man. It's Cole Anthony, man, the son of NBA legend Greg Anthony, has been balling. The Wagner twins, they've been balling. Franz and Mortez, they've been balling. Who has been balling on their team, man? The guy they picked up this year, they drafted Anthony Black. He's been balling, man. They just been playing so well as a unit, man. Like, it ain't just one particular person, man. I know Paolo is gonna get the most attention because he's the number one pick. He was the number one pick last year for a reason, and he's a very good player, man. He's developed his game, has taken a second-year leap, and we know he was the Rookie of the Year last year, and for a good reason. He averaged 20 last year, and the guys has been steady all year, man, and guiding them guys to the middle of the pack, man. They are sitting right now currently at the number 6 seed in the East. So they really, man, has really risen right now, man. And for OKC, man, they've been balling, man. That's a box office team, man. If you want to see a young team that get up and down that floor, run up and down the court, that's gonna put points on you. Man, tune in to OKC, man. I know they don't get a lot of games, they don't get a lot of notoriety, but they should, man. They led by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Man, we know last year he was a first-time All-Star, but this guy is playing some of the best basketball by far by anybody. He's playing at an MVP level now. He's not only considered a good player no more, he's considered elite now. You should respect his game. If you don't know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, that's what everybody call him, has been on another level, man. Guy's been balling out. To me, man, probably been the best point guard this season, man, along with Tyrese Halliburton. Can't forget about Ja Morant either. But the Halliburton and SGA, man, they are playing right now as the best point guard. They really challenging right now for their point guard title, best point guard in the league. I don't want to throw no shade to Steph when I say this, because I know people out there saying, like, how can they be the best point guard in the league and Steph's still in the league? Man, we know what Steph do. Steph is a dog. Don't get me wrong. He the OG. You know what I'm saying? But these cats, SGA and Halliburton, man, they coming for that title, man. They coming for that title, man. They coming fast, man. So with that being said, OKC, man, they led by SGA. They have another good player, man, to play the 4 position in Jalen Williams. That guy is a second-year player. He was a rookie last year. He had a steady season last year, but he has taken leaps and bounds. It has been a steady force, man. playing at the forward position, and they have a rookie. Well, this is his second year, but technically he's a rookie because last year his season got wiped out due to injury. I'm talking about Chet Holmgren, the guy they drafted last year in the top three. Coming in, he was very hyped, very anticipated coming to this league last year, but unfortunately, he suffered an injury and it wiped out his initially rookie season. But he's coming to the second year, and he's been balling, man. I have a lot of praise for Chet because man, I've been following that guy since he was in high school, and the guy, man, is worth everything, all the attention that he gets, man. Because this guy Chet Holmgren, like I say, man, these new players coming in, they coming in with different unique skill sets now, man. It's no longer where you got to be playing the five, and normally centers back in the day they had to be like 300 pounds or something, like in the Shaq mode or something. It's no longer a league like that. It's more positionless basketball being played right now. You got fours playing fives now. You got three playing fives now. So you never know. You know what I'm saying? What you can get when you play these versatile players. But Chet, man, has been a slam dunk. That guy has box office. Has been one of the better shot blockers in the league. And not only that, man, the guy been lighting it up, man. He can go inside and out. His game is unique and is very, very talented, man. Chet Holmgren is somebody that you should be paying attention to. He's going to be a star in this league, in my opinion, probably about the next 2-3 years. But his trajectory right now, man, he's exceeding expectations right now, and he's playing at a high level, man. And SGA, like I said, man, has been playing at MVP level. For us, the Timberwolves, we seen Anthony Edwards, man. Basically, man, to me, I'm gonna be honest, man. Anthony Edwards, man, is one of my favorite young players to watch. I love his game, man. I love the Ant-Man. Anthony Edwards, man, has been balling. I think by him being on the Olympic team, making it going on the Olympic run with the USA team last year, and being one of the leaders of that team, I think he has spilled over into the regular season. He's been locked in. Man, this guy's laser focused. He's on a mission. He's playing like one of the best players in the league right now. And that's saying a lot, man, because this guy haven't even been in the league that long. He's a very, very young player. But man, this guy is, man, must see TV. I'm talking about this guy is a bucket, just a straight bucket, man. Like, man, he's very lethal, very dangerous, and I'm pretty sure if you get a survey of the NBA players right now, who's the toughest to defend, I'm pretty sure a lot of players would say his name, man, because I see him get at work to pretty much everybody, man. I ain't seen nobody play this dude, try to D this dude up or lock him up. Make it hard for him, man. He just runs through everybody, destroys everybody, no matter who's in front of him. And he made it his mission, man, to play at his MVP level, man. And he really taking over the team, man. I know for the last couple of seasons, it's been Karl-Anthony Towns' team, but that's no longer the case no more. This is definitely, there's no question, Anthony Edwards' team, and he's been the focal point of this team. And I like that, you know what I'm saying? Because last year, they had pretty much the same team, but they were discombobulated with the trade they got from Rudy Gobert. They were just trying to do too much, and they were trying to make it a twin tower situation, running the offense through Karl-Anthony Towns and Gobert, and it cost them guys, man. And because Anthony Edwards suffered a lot last year, man, because he didn't really know his role, man. He didn't know whether to bring the ball up or let Karl-Anthony Towns, you know what I'm saying, feed him. But all their roles are basically stamped this year, and Anthony Edwards is basically saying, "Get out the way, man. This is my team. Let me take over." But at the same time, them guys has playing tremendous together. Like I said, they have still the starting five from last year, but it's just the way that they go about this year. They're the number one defensive team in the league right now. They're playing great defense led by Rudy Gobert. We all know he's one of the best rim protectors in the league, and he's showing it this year. He's playing at a high level as well with Karl-Anthony Towns playing as the second star, playing as the fiddle where I think he's most suited as. I don't really think Karl-Anthony Towns is a guy that can be your 1A, your alpha of your team, and elevate the team. So they figured it out, They figured out that Anthony Edwards is that dog, that alpha dog, and they put the ball in his hands and run the offense through him and let Carl Anthony Towns be the second fielder, the second star, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it be like that sometimes with these stars. You got to know what your role is. You got to know it ain't always being about, oh, you the most talented or you can do this or that. It's about who can play their role the most, man, and who can lead the team, man, when it counts the most. And I think Anthony Edwards is that guy, and he's proven it, man, time after time. He's putting that team on his back, and they're the number one team in the West, man. So to say that, like I said, not too long ago, that's saying a lot because nobody would never thought that the Minnesota Timberwolves would be the number one team in the West right now, being that the West has been so stacked over these years. But Anthony Edwards has carried the Timberwolves. Not only just carried them, just stamping himself as the next star in this league, man. He's next up along with a lot of other guys as well. But I see him being, when it's all said and done, when the dust settle, I see him being probably a top three player in this league. And probably, you know what I'm saying, one of the faces of the NBA, man, moving forward when Durant leave and LeBron leave and all those guys leave, man, Anthony Edwards will be one of the faces of the league, man. I'm not counting up to one person. I'm just trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you, man, I ain't no fortune teller, but I know this for a fact. Anthony Edwards moving forward will be a top three player in this league, man. For as the Pacers, man, they have been playing ball as well. Like I said, man, they carry their momentum from the in-season tournament onto the regular season. Has been a factor in the East as well, man. We seen them just beat Milwaukee the other night, and it seemed like they got Milwaukee in them number, man, because they 4-1 against Milwaukee so far. I know they got to play them again, but to beat Milwaukee 4 times already in the season, that's kind of amazing. They have a little rival. It's starting to be a little rival brewing between the Pacers and the Bucks. We seen them in an early matchup where Giannis got into it with them guys, and they got a little physical over the game ball. We seen when Giannis scored a career high 64 against them guys. It was a big topic at the time. Well, he was trying to get the game ball from one of the guys, and the Pacers basically took the game ball to their locker room, and Giannis stormed the locker room to try to get the game ball back, and they got into a whole fiasco behind in the locker room. We seen Giannis rise up against Halliburton, talking to him very viciously, saying that he want the ball, and I can see why. You know what I'm saying? Giannis want the ball. That was a very strange story, man, at the time. I didn't see why the Pacers would keep the game ball, being that they lost the game and that Giannis scored a career high, and then Giannis and Milwaukee was at home. And so that was kind of strange to see the Pacers take home the game ball or try to take home the game ball away from Giannis. But to stick to the topic at hand, man, the Pacers, man, has been playing amazing. They got a lot of young talent as well. Like I told you about Halliburton, has very stepped his game up. He was a first-time All-Star as well. But this year, he took it to a whole nother level. And he has been playing magnificent at his position, man, playing the point guard position at a high level, probably playing it the best out of anybody right now. This guy is amazing, man, because Halliburton has a unique skill set because this guy knows how to run the point guard position. Not only that, he doesn't turn the ball over. His turnover to assist ratio is the best I ever seen. This guy be having like 15 assists every night. He's leading the league in assists. And moving forward, I'm pretty sure he's gonna finish the season leading the league because this guy, I understand this guy get 20-20 games, 30-20 games, 40-20 games. Like this guy Halliburton is, man, playing out his mind. He's a young star in the making, if not already. And he will be one of the best point guards, you know what I'm saying, moving forward, playing right now. With that saying, I'm gonna go over to my next topic. Let's go off to talk about these Philadelphia 76ers, man. Because at the beginning of the season, they went into this season with a whole lot of drama surrounding James Harden. We seen James Harden requested to get traded from the 76ers, and they ended up fulfilling his trade request, ended up sending him to the Clippers. for a bunch of bench players and a bunch of draft picks, man. And basically, like we talked about in numerous shows. If you haven't watched our shows or not, we talked about that. We hit on that at the time. Everybody was saying it was addition by subtraction with Philly. Philly ended up proving that, man, because they ended up righting the ship with Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, and those guys. They end up picking up Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre has been a revelation for the team. He's been playing amazing basketball this season. Joel Embiid has been on a tear. You know, he won the MVP last year, but he had seems like he didn't get the memo, man, because he still seems like he's hungry for another MVP. He's playing on an MVP level right now. Playing to me, I know a lot of people want to say Jokic is the best big man in the league, but I really consider Joel Embiid, when healthy, is the best big man in the league because he has a skill set like no other. He's the most dominating big man by far. You can't match up with him. Joel Embiid is probably the top 10. I say top 7 player in his league, man. A lot of people feel like he's top 3. I don't really give him that high up because he has these injury problems. So far, he's been playing injury free. But when I say that, I don't want to take a slight to Embiid because this guy is box office, is the best big man in the league, and he probably is a top 5 player. But you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of analysts out here. A lot of people think Embiid is the best player in the world right now. He's damn sure playing like it right now. He played like it last year, you know what I'm saying, winning the MVP. And like I said, he's on track for another MVP season. They went to this season with a lot of question marks. We seen them change coaches. Doc Rivers was their coach. They ended up firing Doc Rivers. They ended up hiring Nick Nurse, which is the former coach for the Toronto Raptors. We all know what kind of coach Nick Nurse is. He got Toronto to their first championship. He's a hell of a coach, and he's been playing. He's been coaching at a magnificent level right now with the 76ers. Man, the job he's doing is amazing because when Harden left, a lot of people said they was gonna have success, but the success they sustained, well, with all this drama going on surrounding Harden and stuff, and how they just got back focused, man. You got to give a hats off to them guys, man. Joel Embiid, man, is the leader, soul of this team, but Tyrese Maxey, man, is the engine of this team, man. I feel like Tyrese Maxey was a breakout star last year. I've been talking about Tyrese Maxey for a couple years now. This guy is the main reason why they felt comfortable they can get off James Harden. Because they felt like he wasn't gonna be able to blossom like that with his game, man, alongside Joel Embiid and James Harden. But they moved Tyrese Maxey to his natural position, which is point guard. He played the 2 last year. He had a good season last year, but he's more natural suited for a point guard position. And he's taking the reins of that team, man. And he's been a star so far, man. The guy has been averaging down there 30 points alongside with Joel Embiid. They've been on the tear, and like I said, they've been riding the ship. And they are a top 3 team in the East right now. They are sitting number 3 right now in the East, behind Boston and in Milwaukee. But they definitely, man, moving forward. So far, what I'm saying, they definitely can be a factor in the playoffs. We all know that's where they're going to be challenged the most at, because we know they had a lot of success in the regular season these last couple seasons, but they haven't sustained that same success in the regular season in the playoffs, and they have a lot of disappointing playoff losses. And moving forward, Joel Embiid, he never been to an Eastern Conference final. And that's saying a lot, man, because that's the expectation for this team. That's the reason why they got these guys. That's the reason why they brought in Harden when they brought in Harden last year. Year before last. And that's the reason why, man, every MB won the MVP last year, man. They really think they are a championship contender, and I think they are, man. They are a championship contender. Unfortunately, Doc Rivers got sliced. They picked up Nick Nurse, but Nick Nurse seems to be an improvement over Doc Rivers, man. I'm just gonna keep it real. I love Doc Rivers, respect the hell out of Doc Rivers, but Nick Nurse, man, got these guys balling. Got the offense, man, running smooth, very fluidly. And they just been playing some good team ball, man. Moving forward, I'm looking to see great things with 76ers with Tyrese Maxey and them guys. I know there's been a lot of chatter saying that they might need to acquire another star, but I don't see why, man. Because the starting five that they got right now, it's been balling, man, and they don't. I don't really think they want to muck that up, mess that up, man, by adding somebody that's a star and trying to create a super team, man. Because sometimes when you do that, you can really mess up the team. You're thinking you're trying to put your team in championship contention, but you can end up regressing. We seen it with Brooklyn when they had Kyrie and James Harden and them guys. It don't always work. Talent don't always work, man. Just because you put five talented guys together, that don't mean that it's necessarily gonna always work like that on paper. We all know when it comes to basketball, it's a team sport. No matter what the talent level is, we seen it with Miami. The talent that they didn't have, and they still made it to championships. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't even have to have the talent that a lot of these teams had, and they still made it to championships. And that's a testament to them guys, how hard they work, the cohesiveness, because I always feel like it's always chemistry over talent, man. To me, that's one of my sayings. And this applies for the 76ers, man, because the chemistry they got right now, I don't think they need to mess it up. And by bringing in the third star or bringing in another star to play alongside Joel Embiid and Max, I think they need to continue doing what they're doing and just kick it up a notch, man, to come to playoff time, man. I'm pretty sure they will add some additions, probably some under the radar additions. But the way Tobias Harris and Oubre been playing alongside them guys, man, I wouldn't want to add no additions, to be honest, man, because like I said, I like the team how it's constructed right now. I'm gonna move on to my next topic. Man, we seen the return of some prominent players that missed significant time last year. Some due to suspension, some due to injury. But three guys I want to highlight right now, man. We seen the return that's playing this year and has been balling this year and has returned and been significant improvements to their team and willing their team right now, man. I want to talk about Kawhi Leonard, one of them candidates, Ja Morant, and Zion Williams, man. Those three players right there, they missed a lot of time, a lot of significant time last year. Zion missed down there all season last year, alongside Kawhi. Kawhi missed down there all season too. But Ja Morant, we see him get suspended twice with the off-court problems, with all the legal stuff he had going on. Unfortunately, I don't want to dig off too much off into that, but he had a lot of adversity, man, for the first time in his career. Some of it was necessary, some of it was unnecessary because he did make a lot of bonehead decisions that he shouldn't have made. But at the same time, we are talking about a young, talented guy, man, a young millionaire, a young guy that had, a bunch of money, man. So, it ain't always the star fault, man, for them to be immature sometimes. I don't really look at Ja Morant as immature. I just think he made some let's just be honest, some dumb mistakes, man, when it came to the off the court situation. I never had a problem with Ja Morant on the court. I always loved Ja Morant game on the court. He's explosive, dynamic, one of the most dynamic players in the league. Definitely box office. But it just the decision that he made last year, man, with the guns, getting caught up, jammed up with the guns, flashing his guns. This immature stuff, man. But in all nationality, I think he learned from this mistake. They set him down, man. He got suspended for the first 25 games of this season. He just returned back. I think they have been played a total of probably like 11 games together since Ja been back. But he hit the ground running, man, ever since he came back, man. Ja, man, like I said, man, is dynamic. Probably the most explosive guys in the league. We talking about, man, a combination of Russell Westbrook, prime Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, and Allen Iverson all wrapped into one player. The guy got hops like no other. The guy's a human trampoline. Ja Morant, man, has been dynamic ever since he came back. because before he came back, man, the Memphis was suffering. They was probably one of the worst teams in the league. They won a total of like 7, 8 games before he came back. But since he came back, they have been much improved, and that's self-explanatory to me, man, because he's the heart and soul of that team. That team goes as far as Ja Morant goes, man. So without Ja, we seen what kind of team they was. They did add some couple players this year with Marcus Smart coming over from Boston, but he has been injured most of the season. But he has been back, so they are playing as a unit now. But they still have some injuries they suffered. That some guys won't be coming back with the injury to Steven Adams at the beginning of the season. He's going to be out for the season. Brandon Clark, which was a high energy guy they brought off the bench, frontline guy, pretty good productive player. He's going to be out for the season. So it was a lot of question marks with Memphis, man, with the suspension of Ja. And to see how they respond, man, yeah, they have Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain is a good scorer, a good player in this league, but he is not a guy that can will your team and basically be the leader of your team, man. Ja's the leader of that team. And it showed, man, when he came back. Like I said, they won a total like 6, 7 games when he came back. It's been mixed results since he came back, but they are very, very exciting to see. I'm glad to see Ja back doing his thing. The NBA needs that. Memphis damn sure need it. But the NBA, as an NBA fan, man, it's great to see Ja Morant back, man, and balling, man, because that's what he's supposed to be, man. Not being the headlines for all the wrong reasons, man. So I hate he had got that reputation. He went through that. But sometimes you got to go through storms, man, to make yourself a better person, man. So I think this is the case with Ja Morant. I think the situation will make him a better person, and the damn sure gonna make him a better player, man, because he definitely had a big chip on his shoulder coming in. He wanted to show all the naysayers that, you know what I'm saying, don't forget who I am, basically. I am Ja Morant. I am that guy. And he's showing that, man. As long as he keep doing what he doing on the court, and stop doing all the bonehead stuff that he do off the court, man, he gonna be a very special player in this league, man. Very, very special player in this league. And for Zion, he didn't bounce back from injury. We scrutinized Zion last couple seasons. When it comes to talent, it ain't no denying his talent. One of the most talented guys in the league. But his issues lies with his weight and his injuries. His weight has been up and down. You know, they talk about his weight. But it's kind of surprising when they talk about his weight like that. Yeah, it can hurt you in the long run when you're talking about conditioning. But if you know, man, Charles Barkley, man, he really got he playing the mode of Charles Barkley, but like more of an athletic version of Charles Barkley with Zion. He doesn't shoot like Charles Barkley. I think Charles Barkley had a way better shot, but his game kind of reminds you of Charles Barkley. So I'm not really concerned with his weight because, like I said, Charles Barkley played at a high level when he talked about his weight, and it really didn't affect his play. In my opinion, I watched Charles Barkley play pretty much his whole career, and it didn't affect his play. But I think everybody's more concerned about his injuries. He had some off the court stuff going on as well. That's another story. But I like, you know what I'm saying, since he been back, I like the team. I like how he been responded. He's been pretty much healthy all season, pretty much been dominating. When this guy's on the court, like I said, there ain't no denying his talent. He makes the Pelicans, man, a real team to watch out for, because without him, I don't feel like they can go far. But with this guy, I feel like they can make some noise in the West. Are they a championship team, contending team? No, not yet. They still have some good pieces on their team, you know what I'm saying, with CJ McCollum and Brandon Ingram, BI. BI been playing out of his mind, man. BI, you know what I'm saying, I really respect that guy game. Been liking him since he was a Laker. But BI, man, has taken the leadership role on his team, basically being the captain of the ship. And basically, man, right them into the West right now, man. They sitting real pretty right now in the West. They are in the thick of the race right now in the playoff race. And moving forward, man, they're going to be a team, man, to watch out for. They're a young team. They got some solid veterans on their team as well. They are the number 6 seeded team right now in the West. The West, like I said, is very, very loaded. So it's just a quarter of the season. So I don't want to put too much hype in that. But they very much can be a playoff team, man, moving forward, man. With that being said, I'm glad to see Zion doing his thing, man, because I'm a fan of his game. Um, I've been liking him since he was at Duke. Coming in, I know he was very, very hyped, very held, very anticipated coming in. He haven't lived up to the hype yet, but you know what I'm saying, as long as he stay healthy and keep doing what he do, man, time will prevail, man. And he can make a name for himself, man, in a good way, not in a bad way, man, because I don't want to say he's a bust because that'll be saying a lot. Because Zion, man, is so talented, man, and he can really take over this league if he want to, man, and develop his game. But he got to be willing to put in the work, man, and be committed and do that, man. I think that's what his problem is, man. He has a effort level, as well, an effort problem as well. Um, I think he play when he want to play. He has that mentality sometimes, but when he plays, man, it ain't too many guys that can do what he can do, man. He's very dominating, but I really think he need to expand his game and develop his shot more, man. Because if this guy develop a shot, a constant shot, man, that dude gonna be so much dangerous, man. If he do that. With that being said, I want to highlight Kawhi Leonard as well because Kawhi has been scrutinized as well for being a guy that's been injury prone, and he has, man. Everybody got a right to say he's injury prone, man, because he has, man. He hasn't played a complete season in a long, long time. He got a lot of backlash, man, for sitting out on the back to backs. This for the Clippers accommodating him throughout his tenure with the Clippers, but it just seems like they putting it together right now. They doing wonderful things, man. Kawhi, man, hasn't missed no games this year so far. The guy been playing at a high level. When we all know, man, when Kawhi is healthy, he's one of the best two-way players in the league, and he's showing it, man. You know, like I said, they did trade James Harden. They did add James Harden to their core with Paul George and them guys and Westbrook and them guys. But man, it's been nice to see Kawhi been playing all year, man, aka the club, man, because like I say, man, Kawhi is one of those players. He's about his business. He don't say much. He let all his talking on the court talk. He let all the talking his play on the court talk. And basically, man, you know, he reclaiming his spot, man, as one of the best two-way players in the league, man. And moving forward, man, the Clippers are a very, very dangerous team. But it all depend on help with them guys, man, because you got some guys on their team, man, that has been injury prone with Paul George and Kawhi. Even Harden, man. Harden, I ain't gonna say he's injury prone, but he has missed a lot of time, you know what I'm saying, with injuries as well. So their whole success depend on what they can do in the playoffs and can they stay healthy, man. But if they can do that, they will be a factor in the West, man, moving forward. Moving on to my next topic. Man, let's talk about them Boston Celtics, bro. Boston Celtics, man, you know, they've been the talk of the league. They've been the best so far in the quarter of the season. They has been the best team in the league. They've been proving it. They have the best starting five in the league this whole season. And not only they dominating the East, they dominating the whole league right now. You know, like I said, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, them guys, they retaining their core. We seen Jaylen Brown get that mega deal, that 300M deal he got in the offseason. And so far in the season, I'm gonna be completely honest. Jaylen Brown hasn't lived up to that contract. He is a good player. I do like Jaylen Brown. I always respected his game. But I thought when they paid him the $300 million, I really thought that was real questionable. They felt like they had to do it. They want to retain their core with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They want to center their team around them, which I don't have no problem with. But to pay that guy $300 million plus, it was a head scratcher, man. But coming into the season, they had some additions with Porzingis and we seen Drew Holiday go to them as well. And for the most part, man, Jaylen Brown, man, seems like he has regressed, man, since these additions has occurred. Um, I think Drew Holiday has been a wonderful addition to their team. Like I told you earlier, I think Porzingis has been the best addition on their team. A lot of people thought Drew Holiday was going to be the best addition. Um, Drew Holiday is one of the best, if not the best, two-way player in the league. He's well respected. Brings the championship pedigree. Really solidifying their point guard position because they've been looking for a pure point guard for years. So Drew Holiday has solidified that. Alongside with Derrick White. Derrick White, man, has been a high energy level guy that was coming off the bench, but now he's starting this year. And he has been doing wonders, man. And for Jason Tatum, we all know Jason Tatum, man, top 10 player in the league. One of the best young players in the league. Is a stud. He's steady putting on the performance. He's steady steadying the ship. He's still the guy on his team. And for his Porzingis, like I told you, man, he's really fortified their front court. They still have Al Horford, but they bringing Al Horford off the bench now. So Porzingis, man, has solidified their starting five and fortified their front line. Moving forward, we know Porzingis have injury problems. He's injury prone as well. So we'll see if he's gonna stay healthy. But if he do stay healthy, man, I really, really feel like Boston is the team to beat. Moving forward, they're going to be in the end, they're going to be one of the last teams standing, in my opinion. That's just my prediction. Other people might, what I'm saying, have their opinion on it. But so far, what I'm saying, man, I really think Boston going to be one of the last teams standing. Will they win the championship? That's TBD, to be determined. But I do feel like they're going to be probably going to the Eastern Conference Final, or even maybe the championship, man. But we'll see, man. With the playoffs, you never know, man. It's tricky. Like I said, it's only the quarter season. We only been through a quarter of the season. But for us right now, man, Boston is the best team in the league by far, man. I'm gonna go up to my next topic. Let's talk about these Golden State Warriors. Man, Golden State Warriors, man, has been up and down this season. Me personally, man, Steph, man, has been playing at a high level. Still Steph, still that guy. But it just everybody else around them is looking like they on the decline, man. We seen Andrew Wiggins, get secure a big contract. He hasn't been playing up to par. He definitely regressed. We see Klay Thompson declining right before our eyes. Yeah, he has those spurs. He has flashes. He's still one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time, but he's no longer. He's a defensive liability. Let's just be real. Doesn't have the same lateral movement no more ever since that injury. He can no longer defend these guys, these young guys. I didn't see him get cooked basically by these young studs. He can't stay in front of them guys at all. No, they still have running their center through Looney, which I think is a problem. I respect Looney, respect his game, but I really felt like they always needed a true center. That small ball lineup, yeah, they was basically the Wizards of that, the small ball lineup, but that isn't working no more with those guys. And they had some young guys on their team as well with Kuminga, Moody, and those guys. Kuminga been playing pretty good. Moody, man, he been all right. Okay, he off and on. They did add Chris Paul in the offseason. Chris Paul in the beginning of the season was starting, but then they ended up moving him to the bench. They really want him to fortify their bench. They feel like they need a second scorer and a second ball handler coming off the bench. That was Steve Kerr. Them idea when they brought him in. Like, I didn't like the Chris Paul trade. I didn't like Chris Paul going to Golden State coming in. I thought it was going to be very strange. Seeing that all them guys together, being that this is the end of Chris Paul's career, so he no longer possesses the same abilities that he did in his early years. And it hasn't really worked out, what I'm saying, so far, man. They have suffered injuries as well, with Gary Payton Jr. being out in and out the lineup, which I think is a vital piece to their bench. is one of them guys, one of them glue guys they need, man. And we all know the debacle what been going on between Draymond Green by now. Draymond Green has been in so many incidents this year. He's basically been the talk of their team. They're not really focusing on their team. He's really taking the focus out of their team in a bad way. We seen him get suspended twice. He's enduring in the middle of suspension right now. They've been talking about him basically coming back in the next couple of days. I mean, next couple of games. He had to go through a lot, team therapy. He had to go through a lot of things, man, with his last suspension because it was real significant. We see him get suspended for basically inadvertently slapping the shit out of Sabonis, man. I know y'all haven't seen the clip by now. We know we got on that topic on other shows. Man, we basically just seen Draymond, man, just doing unnecessary stuff, man, causing his team, causing him to get suspended, throwing the focus off their team. And Draymond, man, has regressed also, man. That's another guy has regressed on this team, man. So it just seemed like, man, they at the end of their rope, man, with Golden State. I really feel like, man, this is going to be the end of the Golden State dynasty moving forward. I'm not saying like blow up the team, the whole team, or nothing like that, but they're not going to be going with the same core they've been going with, man. Somebody's going to end up getting traded or end up getting let go. That's saying a lot, man, because they had such a magnificent run, man, a 5-year run. 5 to 6 year run, man, with those teams. They won 3 championships, four championships. They had an amazing run, man, but it just seems like they're coming to an end right now. It seems like they need to mix some things up. They need to move some guys around. I know they have been a lot of chatter going on with those guys talking about making a trade here and there. I've been hearing a lot of rumors talking about them guys getting Pascal Siakam from Toronto Raptors. I done heard them guys trying to get Zach LaVine from the Bulls. I done heard a couple of players, man, they bring up. They're gonna have to make some kind of trade moving forward, man, because it's not looking too good for the Warriors. They're not the same Golden State Warriors that everybody feared back in the day. I really see they reign. It's kind of funny, man. I know this is an NBA show, but I want to throw this out here, man. I really see them guys going through the same thing. What damn near some of the similar things what the Kansas City Chiefs are going through, man. They seem to have similar stories. We seen with the Chiefs. I think they're gonna have a downward spiral just like the Chiefs, man, moving forward, man. With that being said, man, you know, they get these teams, man, that's been successful for for so many years. You don't know how long that reign gonna last, man. I know due to salary cap issues and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to keep a team together for so long because, you know, guys have egos, guys want to get paid. There's only so much money to spend in salary cap. And to what them guys accomplished in the amount of years they played together, they did amazing, man. And they're gonna go down as one of the most notable, you know what I'm saying, teams of all times, bro. They done broke records. I mean, they broke the Chicago Bull records. They done won 4 championships. So even if they do something to this team or so-called blow this team up a little bit, it's not a knock on them guys, man, because the reign that they had, man, is like no other that we seen, man. So kudos to them guys, man. But at the same time, man, you got to know when to, you know, mix things up. You got to know when, basically, man, the writing's on the wall for this team. We seen that general manager, the guy that was the architect and basically constructed this team together, Bob Myers, stepped down in the offseason. It was a reason why that guy stepped down because, like I said, that he seen the writing on the wall. He didn't want to be the deciding factor, man, when it comes to these tough decisions, man, that they're gonna have to end up making because they're gonna have to make a lot of tough decisions, whether it be in the middle of the season or the end of the season. It will be a lot of tough decisions moving forward with the Warriors, man. And for Draymond, moving forward, man, we'll see what Draymond be like when he's coming back from his suspension. I know, you know, he basically put a black eye on the Golden State Warriors right now for all the wrong reasons. But moving forward, I know they, you know what I'm saying, he's a valuable player to them guys. We don't know if this is going to be the end of Draymond and Golden State. Will they move on from him? Will they trade him? Will they stick with him and with his antics and to see what if he's going to mature or not? We don't know, man. But moving forward, the Warriors, like I said, man, has been very, very disappointing, man. And that leads me to my next topic at hand. Um, my next topic at hand, I want to lace y'all up and let y'all know who I think is the most surprising team in the league so far, and who's the most disappointing so far. So with that being said, my most surprising team, it's been a lot of surprises in the league thus far in the quarter of the season. Um it hasn't been like I was telling you about with the Pacers, Orlando, OKC, Minnesota. There's been a lot of surprising teams, man. Been balling, man, been doing their thing, man. But if I had to pick and choose who I think is the most surprising team so far, I would definitely have to say the Minnesota Timberwolves, man. The Minnesota Timberwolves has been very, very surprising this year. Yeah, they was in the play-in tournament last year. Yeah, they had success last year. Coming into this season, yeah, they have very talented players on their team, but I'm just surprised how they rose to the top of the West in such a short time, man. We don't know if they're going to sustain this kind of success. That's going to be TBD, to be determined. But because, like I said, this is a very young team. They haven't had a lot of success, so we're going to see what kind of team they are moving into the future, man. Can they handle the success? Can they be, even that they the number one seed right now? Can they sustain that? Can they basically, man, rise to the occasion, man, and not just ball in the regular season, but take this momentum into the playoffs and let people know if they for real or not, man, because it's still a lot of question marks surrounding Minnesota as far as can they be a championship contending team? Or can they be a team that's for real that people consider as one of the best in the West? That's still a lot to prove. Like I said, it's only the quarter of the season, but so far they are the most surprising team to me. I always had faith in Anthony Edwards with this team. I knew he was the franchise player, but I didn't know that he was going to elevate this team and basically, man, make them guys the number one team in the West right now. I didn't see that coming at all. So I'm pretty sure a lot of people didn't see that, even though those guys had individual success and they had some success last year with the play-in tournament. But to see them guys be the number one seed in the West, they're definitely the most surprising team in the league. My most disappointing team so far that I seen, and it's been the quarter of the season. I want to say the Golden State Warriors, bro. Like we just talked about it with the Warriors. And like I said, Steph's still been playing at a high level. It just all the drama that's been going on with the Warriors, to see guys regress, just to see them, like I was telling you earlier, changing of the guard, man. It feel like the Warriors' time has I ain't gonna say has ended, because they still can be a very good team moving forward. But it just seemed like those days, those raining days of being the hunter, of being, being the top dogs in the league, I think them days are over with the Golden State Warriors. I know we had those question marks from their last championship run, but I really, really, really see a drop off with this team. It's basically Steph or bust with this team. And I really see like they burning Steph. I ain't gonna say they burning them out, but moving forward, they can't continue playing like how they've been playing, because you will burn Steph out. He's gonna end up. I don't want to wish it on nobody or nothing like that, but this guy can end up getting hurt because y'all put too much. They put too much on Steph's plate. Yeah, he's that guy, and being Steph Curry, one of the faces of the NBA. But at the end of the day, that guy still needs help, and they haven't been providing it. And it has been doing a disservice to that guy, because he's such a talented player, such an amazing player. To see that guy, man, that going through this tough stretch, what he going through, it's kind of crazy, man. To see the Golden State Warriors just falling off like how they've been falling off, man. So they are definitely the most disappointing team that's for. I almost gave it to my next topic at hand. I almost gave it to this team, but by slight edge, I'm gonna give it to the Golden State Warriors, man. They definitely was the have been the most disappointing team in this season so far. My next topic, man, what I was just talking about, I damn like this team. I damn near gave them the nominee for being the worst, the most disappointing team in the league right now. I ain't gonna say the worst, but the most disappointing. But I'm talking about them LA Lakers, man. They have been disappointing, man, so far, man. Um, I am a LeBron fan, um, so I do root for the Lakers. I do like Anthony Davis. It's a lot of guys on that team I like and respect. Uh, I'm a big Bron fan. Uh, that's my favorite player in the league. But at the same time, man, I'm gonna talk about him, man. You know what I'm saying? True enough. Don't get me wrong. I'm not putting this all on LeBron because LeBron has been playing amazing all year. He's been playing at a high level, even at the age that he's at now, which is 39. To see the numbers he's putting up right now at 39 years old, and still being one of the top guys in this league is still amazing. But at the same time, man, I'm kind of tired of seeing this, man, because man, like I say, I'm a big LeBron fan, but I'm tired of seeing Bron just the Lakers is going through the same thing, man. They are a work in progress right now. They did retain a lot of guys and brought basically their core back from the team that went to the Western Conference Final. Yeah, they made some additions. So a lot of it under the radar additions, man, with Christian Wood, Tareem Prince. They brought in Prince. They brought in Cam Reddish. They brought in Gabe Vincent from the Miami Heat. Um, they brought in some players, man, but at the same time they retain a lot of players also. It just seems like, man, it's a lot of players, man. A lot of lineups they trying to display, and they just haven't found their identity, man. They haven't found their footing yet. They haven't found a starting five, man, that can play as a team, man. I know last year they was going through some of the same problems before they made the in-season trade that brought D'Angelo Russell to the team along with Jared Vanderbilt and Malik Beasley. And that trade was significant because it ended up boosting them and catapulting them to the Western Conference Final, man. But it seemed like this year, man, they going through some of the same troubles. Their perimeter defense sucks. They lacking in perimeter defense. 3-point shoot, man. They one of the worst 3-point shooting teams in the league. They supposedly brought some shooters in with Prince and Christian Wood and Cam Reddish and them guys, but them guys has not been delivering. The only constant I see on this team outside of Bron and AD is Austin Reeves. I'm a big fan of Austin Reeves. I love his game. I love the way he plays. He's a hard-nosed player. Very talented guy, man. Play both ends of the floor, can handle the ball, can pretty much do everything, man. And he know how to play his role. He knows how to play with Bron, know how to play with Anthony Davis. And Austin Reeves, man, he took a big step last year. We seen him go to the Olympic team, play on the Olympic team in the offseason. He basically, man, has been playing, probably been their third best player. I know last year he probably one of their third best players as well. But this year, they changed his role. They had him coming off the bench. He was starting at first, but then they went through the stretch where they got him coming off the bench. And he still has been a success, man. He was coming off the bench. To me, I feel like he has been the front runner for Sixth Man of the Year because every time this guy come in, even though he's a bench player, he plays starter minutes. So he's playing, even though he's coming off the bench, he's still a starter at the end of the day. But I just think the different lineups that Darvin Ham keeps displaying, he's always changing the lineups up. He haven't found a consistent lineup, man. And I think this was biting them in their ass, man, because they can't display a rhythm with none of the units. It's not the chemistry is way off. They're not cohesive. They pretty much all over the place. It's looking like Bron and AD, man, go do your thing, and everybody else, man, y'all just follow suit. Um, that has probably worked in the past, but this year with Bron getting up in age, but still playing at a high level, and we know the injury-prone questions with Anthony Davis, you don't want that, man, because that's the part of the reason why they went to the conference final last year, because they developed a starting unit and they solidified themselves, man, and played well, man, coming down the stretch and going to the playoffs. But with this season right now, it just seems like it's a lot of question marks, man. They moved the lineup, like I said, they moved Austin Reeves out the lineup. They started Cam Reddish. Um, it has been mixed results so far. He had a couple of games where he did has been playing well, playing great defense, but it's been a lot of games I've seen with Cam Reddish have 2 points, 3 points. The other game just the other night, he had 0 points, played 30-something minutes, had 0 points. It's unacceptable, man. It's basically unacceptable, man. They brought Prince in, Torian Prince in to be a 3-and-D guy, to defend on both sides of the floor, and be a spot up shooter. But he hasn't been done his job either, man. To be honest, man. I'm just being all the way honest, man. Like I say, man, I watched a lot of Lakers game, and it's very disappointing, man, as a fan, man, because it's like a roller coaster, man. When you watch the Lakers, man, they do so much great things, and then they turn around and just and you be looking at them shaking their head like, man, you be wanting to break the TV, man, looking at their game, because it just seems like they only play well in the fourth quarter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they always come out slow. They always try to get a feel in with these teams, and these teams end up running them up and down the court, and then they start playing for real when it come down the fourth quarter. Um, you don't want to, you know what I'm saying, base your team off that, man. You want to, just like in football, you want to play hard, you know what I'm saying, not just for one quarter, but all four, you know what I'm saying, but all quarters moving forward. You can't just be a fourth quarter team, bro. Like, you have to be a all game team, man. And that's the Lakers' problem, man, moving forward. Alongside with their 3-point shooting and alongside with their perimeter defense. Their perimeter defense hasn't been the same since they won the bubble championship. They've been trying to fix that. And really, they 3-point shooting. They've been trying to fix that for years, man. That's why I'm saying they keep going through the same thing with these guys. It seems like every year, you know, we all know LeBron, man. He excels well with shooters on his team. He needs shooters on his team, and they bring in these guys that supposedly be shooters. And then when they get to the Lakers, it seems like they went from goddamn shooters to not even not know how to hold a pistol no more. You know what I'm saying? Type of thing, bro. So it just seemed like, you know, when they come in, they brag about it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this guy shoot 38% from the 3-point line. Oh, he's shooting down there 40% from the free throw line. He's shooting at a high clip. Oh, he's gonna do well with LeBron and stuff like that. But then when they get on his team, the lights get bright. Man, them guys is not the same guys, bro. They gotta understand that too. When you playing and you playing for the Lakers, it's gonna be extra attention on you. The lights get bright. You're gonna be on TV down there every other night. You're gonna be scrutinized. They're gonna love and hate you at an all-time high. So if you ain't used to that pressure, you will fold, man. So I believe that's what be going on sometimes with these guys that they bring in. Um, they better suited as playing on subpar teams or lower level teams and shining like that, opposing to coming to the playing with LeBron James alongside Anthony Davis. Everybody can't handle that pressure like that, man. Like I said earlier with Austin Reeves, he plays well with them guys, man. Plays his heart out for them guys. But it's just seems like these other guys, the Christian Woods, the Hachimuras. You know, I won't even bring Hachimura in this, man, because he's been disappointing as well, man. You know, he had a lot of success last year, especially in the playoffs with the Lakers. That led him to getting a $48 million contract. But it just seemed like he's been disappointed as well, man. Hachimura haven't been the same. Is it due to him being in and out the lineup, not catching the rhythm? That could be a lot to do with it. With Darvin Ham tinkering these lineups, seem to be like every game. It's like they haven't had a starting lineup for a whole month, man. They haven't. It's like they keep every game they change the lineup. One minute, you know, they got Austin Reeves starting. They don't have him starting. They just benched D'Lo. D'Lo been on the bench, coming off the bench. He's looking like he's on his way out. D'Angelo Russell has been a disappointment, man. I feel like, to me, I didn't see the reason why they retained him in the offseason. It was kind of shocking when they gave him his money. I done had talks with numerous people about this. I didn't feel there was a need for them to bring that guy back. D'Lo did play very well after he got traded to the Lakers in the regular season, but he folded like a lawn chair when he got to the playoffs. He was a no-show. Um, I didn't want them to bring that guy back, but they seemed like that's what they wanted to do moving forward. But if you look at it in hindsight, D'Lo, man, will be probably be the first guy out. He's looking like their most tradable asset right now, along with Hachimura. I know a lot of teams out there wants to trade and try to get Austin Reeves, but at this point, man, I'm gonna be honest. If they're not getting a significant player back, an all-star type of player back for Austin Reeves, I will not do it. I would not do it at all, man, because Austin Reeves is a guy that can play on his team for years and can be a significant player on the Lakers for years. And you don't want to, his ceiling is very, very high, man, and you don't want to interrupt that, man. So with that being said, I feel like Anthony Davis, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, the most untradeable players on that team and shouldn't be touched with. But I feel like everybody else can get traded, man, and can go, man, and can switch up, man. We can get some more additions in there. You know how the Lakers roll, man. Let's be honest. The Lakers are a team that you get to keep on losing and stuff don't go right. They will get your ass out the door in a hurry. No doubt about it. Especially LeBron. LeBron don't really. All jokes aside, I know people joke with it and say, LeBron basically they GM. Rob Pelinka is their GM, but LeBron is GM as well, man. I ain't gonna say he has power over their decision making, but at the same time, they're gonna run things across these ideas across to LeBron. And I ain't gonna say he has the final say, but he has some input into whether guys leave or not. And I'm looking for them guys to make another trade. Unfortunately, I know it's people out there, all these men probably saying like, "Damn, bro, why they always got to make a trade? They can't never roll with the team they roll with." Man, we all know how the Lakers work, man. Like I said, I'm a fan of LeBron. I understand how this works. Like I said, it's simple, bro. If you don't produce, you ain't productive, man. With the Lakers, man, they gonna get your ass up out of there, bro. I mean, it's been a proven fact, and I see that's what they trending to right now. They mediocre right now. They 17 and 18 right now. It seems like they win one game, lose one game, win one game, lose one game. They haven't been consistent at all. They have been the most inconsistent team to me in the league. They did have success with the in-season tournament. They did win that. Shout out to them guys for winning that. Kudos. But since then, they have been trash. They have been playing garbage. I think they have been like 2-8 since the tournament, bro. To say the least, bro. They haven't. It seemed like they use all their energy up in the in-season tournament because if you watch them guys in the in-season tournament versus the regular season, what's going on right now is night and day, bro. It's night and day. It's Dr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde because the team that played in the in-season tournament, they play like nobody can play them. They unbeatable. They look very unbeatable in the in-season tournament. But in the regular season, they didn't play the same. What's going on in the season right now? They're not playing the same. The effort level is not there, to say the least, man. Because in the in-season tournament, shit, they gave it their all, man. Like them guys, everybody was hooping from top to bottom. Everybody hooped, but right now it just seemed like the effort level, man. I don't know if they just caught up in some of them guys just caught up in that in-season tournament hype. But they need to shake it off, man. They need to shake the cobwebs off and put that into hindsight. Yeah, it was an achievement. It was a feat to win the in-season tournament. But your focus need to be from here on out is what you can do now to help this team and elevate this team and put this team back to be where it's supposed to be at, man. And that's the top of the West, man. Because right now they are the 10th seeded right now. They are the 10th seed right now in the West. So I know it's just a quarter of the season. I want to get too caught up in the records, but if you that's not good, man. Sitting at 10th in the West right now, that's unacceptable. That's very, very acceptable for LeBron James and very acceptable as for the Lakers, bro. They don't accept that. LeBron damn sure don't accept mediocrity. So it's all about championships. It's all about winning the championship for him. So I'm expecting them guys to make some more moves coming soon. It been a lot of talk, a lot of chatter, you know what I'm saying, going on with the Zach LaVine, possibly Zach LaVine coming to the Lakers. Talk. I done seen them looking at trying to bring in Trae Young, DeJounte Murray from the Hawks. What's another player that they was talking about bringing? Trey. Those the three main names. I heard DeMar DeRozan as well. But out of all those players, if I would have had my choice, I'll be trying to get DeJounte Murray to come in because, like I said, man, they need somebody to come in to solidify the point guard position because Darvin Ham, unfortunately, like that's another thing too. He handed over the point guard duties over to LeBron on a full-time basis, bro. And don't get me wrong, we all know nobody has more playmaking ability and more vision than LeBron. But at this day and age, man, you're putting too much on his plate. The guy is already giving you his all, has been the best player on the team, and you trying to add these other duties to him that he can't. Can't say he can't do. He can do it, but it's gonna hurt the team, bro, in the long run, bro, because you need another guard, man. You know, when they brought D'Angelo Russell in, for that mid-season trade last year, he definitely helped out. You know what I'm saying, LeBron and stuff like that. He's not helping now. He ain't doing worth a crap now, but it did help him, man. You know what I'm saying, bringing in the point guard, that guy that can run the pick and roll, and LeBron can play his game off the ball instead of on the ball all the time. So we know LeBron demands the ball and needs the ball in his hand, but at the same time, they need a secondary point guard as well. They can come in and not just come in and play offense, but play on the defensive side of the ball, man. So that's why I said DeJounte Murray would be an ideal fit for the Lakers. Um, I don't really like the Trae Young idea, pairing him up with Anthony Davis and LeBron. The Zach LaVine is really so, you know, to say the least. It's really so. It's a lot of pros and cons when it comes to if Zach LaVine can play in with the Lakers or play alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis. But I really like the DeJounte Murray, you know what I'm saying, trade idea, man. If they can trade and get out D'Angelo Russell and possibly Hachimura or Vanderbilt or one of those guys like that for DeJounte Murray, that'll be an amazing trade. I think it will be significant. DeJounte Murray, if you don't know what I'm talking about, is the point guard. Well, he's not the point guard Trae Young is, but he's the shooting guard but he plays point guard. He's a combo guard. He plays for the Hawks. He's really uh underrated to me. You know what I'm saying? DeJounte Murray, man, can ball, man. He can defend at a high level and he can drive. He can shoot. He can do everything, man. That's why I said, man, they really need a guy his statue, man, because he's so versatile and he can fit along. I can see him fitting alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis, man, and really just fortifying that team, man, because if you bring in DeJounte Murray, you can have him at the one. You can have Austin Reeves at the two. You got LeBron at the three, or Taurean Prince or one of them guys. And you can put LeBron at the four, and then you got AD at the five, man. I think moving forward, man, that's a good starting five. I think that would be the move that'd be most ideal for them guys. I hope they don't try to bring in somebody that's, you know, like, you know how they did with Westbrook. No shade to Westbrook, but when Westbrook came to the Lakers, it was a poor fit, and it didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So they got to make sure, man, if they do make a move, they got to make it count. They can't keep making these moves, and then a year on down the line, they got to make another move, make another trade because even though LeBron's getting up in age, he has a couple more years. They trying to maximize whatever they can do, and that's a good reason why. But you got to think about on down the line too, as well. Yeah, you want to maximize LeBron time while he's there, and bring in talent and bring in some help. But don't let it be a case land like how y'all did with Russell Westbrook, man, where you just thinking about a name or thinking about the player instead of the fit, because it's all about the fit. It's all about chemistry when it comes to basketball, man, and that's the main reason you make these trades, man. So, like I say, man, it can be a hit and miss when you make these trades. But if they make the right trade, if I had to put my finger on it, I really, really, really like the DeJounte Murray trade going to the Lakers, man. That'll be a nice shake up for them guys, man. As far as Anthony Davis, um, I know he get a lot of scrutiny, a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying, we talk about his game. I have been on record blasting him, talking about him. Well, we done call him Mr. Glass, street clothes, made all kind of, all kind of stuff, man. Laughing matter about him, man. But in all nationality, man, the guy has been playing amazing this year. I hope he keep it up. It just seems like every time I get my hopes high with AD, he let me down, man. But that's why I don't want to give him too much praise. But as an analytic of the game, I have to let y'all know that Anthony Davis has been playing out his mind, has been playing, going in beast mode, and basically, man, being the defensive force, the defensive anchor on the Lakers team, man. He's looking like an early candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. The guy leads the league in rebound, down there averaging 13 rebounds a game, alongside being the second best player on the team, and alongside being the best defensive player on the team. He's been locking it down, been protecting the rim, playing at elite level, man, when it comes to defense. He's been doing his job all season, man. He missed some time, he missed some games, but it ain't the usual games that Anthony Davis has missed. So it's glad to see Anthony Davis healthy, been balling. And for his Bron, we already know Bron is Bron. He's the GOAT, one of the GOATs. Still playing at a high level, even at 39 years old. We know Bron, man, he gonna give you 28 and 8 pretty much every night. Um, that's been his stat line for the most part. But this year he has been shooting at a better clip this year, man. He has shooting at a high level this year. His shooting percentage is at a career high right now. His 3-point shooting is at a career high, and that's saying a lot, man, because they always want to crap on him, man, for his 3-point shooting and shooting percentage, but he has been shooting the ball very, very well this season. Just playing at elite level, man. He still can get up and down the court. Just like his first 5 years in the league, bro. His athleticism still is off the chart. No, he can't play defense like back in the day and stuff like that, but he still will chase down and give you one of them old chase down blocks, man. With infamous chase down blocks. But moving forward, man, I hope they don't put too much on LeBron. He end up getting hurt. I don't want to jinx it, but we all know what happened, man, with these previous years when they put too much on LeBron plate and they make him the focal point when it really supposed to be AD being the focal point and LeBron supposed to be playing second fiddle to him. And Austin Reeves and his supporting cast supposed to elevate this team, not bring them down. It has been the opposite, like I said, with the supporting cast. It has been really draining this team. Darvin Ham, the second-year coach, has been coming under fire. I've seen reports where they're saying it's been a real disconnect in the locker room between them guys, between Darvin Ham and the players. And I hope that's not the case, man, because I like Darvin Ham. I think he's a good coach. He's a player coach. But I think he can get in his own way sometimes with the mixture of lineups and the adjustments. But moving forward, man, I really think they're going to make a trade to get them back on track. We shall see before the trade deadline comes up. We like a month ahead, a month removed away from the trade deadline. So it's a lot of time from here now to see what kind of moves the Lakers are going to make. But right now, they have been very disappointed, sitting at 17 and 18 and being number 10 in the West right now. I hope they get it together. I'm pretty sure they will. Like I said, man, if not, man, you're gonna see a lot of movement, man, a lot of makeover moving forward, man. Like I said, I could talk about the Lakers all day because that's the team I root for. But I'm gonna go on down to the other team in LA. Let's talk about the LA Clippers, man. The Clippers, man, they came into the season with question mark as well. They made the big trade. They got James Harden over there. They got the beard over there. That's the team he wanted to go to. to play alongside one of his best buds, Russell Westbrook. Clippers, we know last year they added Westbrook, and at first, man, from first hand, I say about the first 7 games, I think they was like 0-6 and 7 or 0-7 when they first got Harden. But ever since then, they has been playing, if not some of the best basketball out of everybody in the NBA right now. They playing some of the best ball in the league right now. They have been on fire. They done won their last 12 out of 14. Harden has been averaging 19.6, then at 10 assists and averaging 5 rebounds a game, man. Harden has found his groove with his team. At first, when they made the trade, everybody was saying a lot of stuff. They was scrutinizing, saying basically like he doesn't fit them guys. He makes them worse. But not now. But I'm gonna be honest. Ever since Russell Westbrook really took it upon himself to move himself to the bench, asked to get moved to the bench, which was a huge difference, man, with his team. Because at first they tried to play Harden and Westbrook alongside each other, alongside with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard and Zubac, and that wasn't working. So Russell Westbrook took it upon himself to tell Ty Lue, man, hey, I'm willing to do sacrifice for the team. I'm willing to do whatever. If you need me to be the sixth man, I can be the sixth man. So Russell Westbrook, man, did what a lot of stars would never do, and he basically threw his ego out the window, man. And that's why I respect Westbrook, man, because I don't see a lot of guys being the statue of the player, a big time player like that, basically saying like I'm willing to be a six man instead of starting on this team, man. It's a lot of guys who would never do nothing like that, man. So shout out to Westbrook, man, for really, man, clearing the path for James Harden, man, and being the catalyst, you know what I'm saying, for this team to turn around like they have, man, because at the end of the day, man, it was looking real ugly, man. They was playing terrible basketball in the beginning when they had James Harden. This seemed like nobody ain't know they role in the beginning. Everybody was trying to be the man. Nobody ain't know what their role was. They was looking very confused. But everybody, the roles has been set. Everybody know their role now. Kawhi been playing at a high level. James Harden, like I told you, man, came in and doing his thing. We say Paul George, you know what I'm saying? We know what kind of player Paul George is. Zubac been playing amazing. They did bring in PJ Tucker also, but PJ Tucker has not found his footing with these guys. He has basically been at the end of the bench, basically been on the oak pretty much since they made the trade. He hasn't been a factor. I know he was talking about he don't like the role that he plays with the Clippers, and you might see them guys end up slicing PJ Tucker and him get picked up as a in-season free agent, man. He's gonna be a converted target regardless, because we all know PJ Tucker plays very hard, and every team needs a PJ Tucker on their team. So he will get picked up. I feel, if that does happen. But right now, I hate to see the guy at the end of the bench and not being a factor, man, because he's a well-respected player in this league. No, he don't give you he's not well-respected offensive wise, but just being a defensive stalwart on the team and playing with heart like that guy and play with energy, you need a guy like that, man. So unfortunately, the Clippers are not utilizing this guy, but they having very much success, man, without it, man. So it seems like what they're doing, Ty Lue, man, salute to that guy, man, for righting the ship when it seemed like it was looking like it was going to crash. Ty Lue is a hell of a coach, one of the top coaches in his league. So I kind of expected, you know what I'm saying, Ty Lue, like we talked about it in former shows. We said it like if it was anybody that can withstand or coach a lot of star players all at the same time and turn this thing around, it will be Ty Lue. And Ty Lue has been proving that, man. So, man, shout out to them guys, the Clippers, man. They've been on fire, man. Like I said, man, they're currently sitting right now as the fourth team in the East. I mean, in the West, they're the fourth best team in the West. And they're saying a lot, man, because like I said, it was looking ugly at first, but now they are very much a contender in the West, man. Moving forward, bro. Will they contend for the championship? Who knows, man? They could put it all together. I know that's the plan when they made the Harden trade. They figured that was going to be the move to get them over the hump. We all know how the Clippers are starving and basically trying to prove to everybody that this is their town, LA is their town, and they want to bring a championship, the first ever championship to the Clippers, man. So that would be amazing, man, if they can pull that off. I don't see it right now, but at the same time, man, who knows? Like I said before, it's right now, they are definitely a dangerous team in the West right now. Moving forward, let's get on the next topic, man. Let's talk about these Dallas Mavericks. Um, the Dallas Mavericks, man, they very much improved this year. They was disappointing last year when they traded and got Kyrie. Everybody thought they was going to be a force in the West. That was not the case. They ended up being disappointed, being left out the playoffs. But this year, they very much bounced back this year. Luka has been playing out his mind, playing at the MVP level, playing like one of the best players in the league, in the world right now, man. And basically, man, like I said, man, the Dallas Mavericks are much improved, man. They did bring some pieces in. They brought in Grant Williams from Boston. Um, they brought in Steph Curry, the younger brother of Steph Curry, which is a nice addition. You know what I'm saying? He's very underrated. They drafted a rookie, who I like, who I'm very impressed with, Derek Lively. The third, he's a rookie center from Duke. Um, been playing exceptional for them guys, man. He has been a nice addition. It seems like they hit on that guy on the draft pick because he plays very, very well with Luca. He gives them an element that they haven't had in a while at the center position since Tyson Chandler. And this guy kind of remind you of Tyson Chandler, the way he runs the pick and roll, the way he plays with the energy on the defensive end, just rebounding, and he plays. That's really what they call him, baby Tyson Chandler, and that's exactly how he played, man. So, he's a welcome addition to Luca, and Luca has been taking his game to new heights, man. So that's what kind of player Luca is. He's the type of player that make everybody around him better, and he made that guy to a tremendous player, man. Alongside other additions they have as well. They have Derrick, former slam dunk champion Derrick Jones Jr. They added as well. They added Dante Exuma. He has been doing very well. They moved Tim Hardaway Jr. to the bench. I know he was starting, but the move for him to be basically their six man has been doing wonders for them guys because he has been thriving in the 6-man role. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Kyrie, he has missed a lot of time. He has missed a lot of time this season, but he has been back. But ever since he's been back, and pretty much he's been, Kyrie Irving. We all know Kyrie Irving, box office. He gonna do his thing, man. But Luka, man, has been playing on another level, man. We done seen this guy have 50-point triple doubles, from scoring 50 like it's nothing. Just being, man, the star that he is, man, a top 5 player in this league. Just basically, man, being that guy, man. They call him Luka Magic. I call him, me personally, I call him Luka. Are you kidding me? Because the way his game is unbelievable, man. The stuff that he does, man, it's unbelievable. Um, he's really taking and solidifying himself as a top 5 player this year, man. And with that being said, they are the 7th seed in the West right now. I'm looking for big things for Dallas moving forward, man. And in the playoffs, man, they're going to be a team to reckon with, man, alongside other players as well, man. I mean, other teams in the West as well. But they are a veteran team. They got some young pieces as well. I just like the team they put around Luka, bro. I really like the team they put around him this year, and they have been excellent, man. So we'll see what the outcome with Dallas Mavericks is gonna be. But if you're a Dallas Maverick fan, you have much optimistic to be looking forward to because Dallas, man, is not the same team from last year. Moving forward, let's go on to the next topic. I want to talk about the trade that just went down. We probably damn near a week away from the trade that went down with the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors. Where we seen the Knicks trade R.J. Barrett and Emmanuel Quickly to the Raptors for OJ Anunoby and Precious Achara and Malachi Flynn. Um, it was a good trade. I think it was a win-win trade for both teams. Um, we know RJ Barrett was a former number 3 pick a couple of years back in the same draft when he came with Zion and Ja Morant. He was the 3rd pick. And in all nationality, man, RJ Barrett, man, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about him. But at the same time, I just always felt like the Knicks needed more. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, that he was going to be a star with them guys. And they end up trading him for OG Anunoby. OG Anunoby is a talented player, one of the best two-way players in the league. He don't get a lot of notoriety because he plays in Toronto. But if you ever go look at the game or go check his game out, this guy's a menace on defense, and he's a very capable, good 3-point shooter. This a definition of a two-way player, man, and that's what the Knicks need. Because RJ Barrett, he's very good offensive wise, but defensive wise, he was a liability. The only bad thing I really see about this trade, the Knicks had to give up Emmanuel Quickly. Emmanuel Quickly is a combo guard. He's a guy basically they 6-man, and to me, he's one of the best 6-man in the league. So to give up him and RJ Barrett for OG and Anunoby, a lot of people feel like they gave up a lot. But this guy, Anunoby, is real. OG is very coveted, man. A lot of teams been trying to get this guy for a while, and they couldn't get him, man. So to pry him away from Toronto, and you give up RJ Barrett, yeah, you gave up some depth with Emmanuel Quickly, but I really think this trade is going to be a win-win for both teams. RJ Barrett for him, I think it give him a fresh scenery, a fresh team, a fresh role for him. Like I said, he's a very capable scorer. He scores 18 points a night. But I just feel like it's so much more that he can give to another team besides the Knicks. And I think he's going to thrive in Toronto. He is a Toronto, a Canadian native. So being back in his home where he's from, I think would do some wonders for him. And I think Emmanuel Quickly, man, it's not been said enough. With Emmanuel Quickly going to Toronto, I think Emmanuel Quickly will develop his game and some more. And I really, really, man, it's a really a player that you will be looking out for. I think he's going to thrive with Toronto. Toronto was lacking a point guard because they lost their point guard to the Houston Rockets and Fred VanVleet. So to see them get a capable point guard, they needed that. A point guard they was riding with at the time was Dennis Schroeder, the former Laker. We know Schroeder, he's a good player, but he's better suited as a 6-man. So this give Manuel Quickly to be the point guard of a team, something that he really wanted to do to up his role and basically, man, solidify himself as a starting point guard in this league, man, because he hasn't had a chance to do that playing behind Jalen Brunson and alongside other guards. So it's going to be a win-win situation for both teams moving forward. And for his OG with the Knicks, man, I think he's going to be a player that you can count on when it comes playoff time. Even in the season, man, Tom Thibodeau, we know loves two-way players. He loves guys that can play their best on the defensive end. So he's a guy that I'm looking forward to really thrive with the Knicks. And I'm pretty sure Coach Thibodeau will love this guy as well, man, moving forward. So I'm gonna get off into my last topic at hand. I want to get off into who y'all think is the MVP of the league so far in this this quarter season review. So far, I think the MVP of the league right now, if I had my pick and choose, I know I might get some flack for this, but I really think Anthony Edwards can go for that MVP, man. If he keep sustaining what he doing right now, like this list can go fluidly. It can change at any moment, but I'm giving y'all my predictions for the MVP of the quarter season right now. And my MVP of the quarter season so far right now, I would have to say Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, man, because the way, like I said, he willed his team to being number one in the West. He playing at an exceptional level, playing out his mind, man. Playing, he's a star in the making. Um, One of the best young talents that we have in the NBA right now, and I think he's very deserving right now to be the MVP of the league, man. If we had to put our votes in today, he will be the predominant front runner. I know it's a lot of other candidates you can put in there as well, with Luka, Giannis, Jason Tatum. It's a lot of guys you can choose, but SGA, even Gilgeous Alexander deserves some consideration as well. But my this is my choice. So I will pick Anthony Edwards when it comes to that, man. Um, my MVL, they got an MVP. So my MVL is most valuable loser so far, man. So far, the guy really that really been the most disappointment this year, man. Most valuable loser. It's some candidates you really can pull from and really say this and that in the third about. But I want to highlight, I guess it ain't no surprise, but I want to highlight Ben Simmons, bro. Ben Simmons, man, oh man, has been so much of a disappointment. It's ridiculous, bro. Ben Simmons came in the league, man, with so much hype. Very talented. We've seen him when he was with the 76ers, had some success. End up getting moved out of the 76ers, get moved to Brooklyn. But it just seemed like, man, you don't know what you're gonna get with this guy, man. Ben Simmons, man. To me, I really feel like he need to hang it up, call it a career, man, because he really, man, is wasting people's time right now. You really can count it up to injuries, but at the same time, I think his mentality just gone. His heart just gone, man, right now. He doesn't love the game. He's not committed to the game. Um, I feel like he's just a major disappointment, man. I don't want to go too far into that, but definitely, man, definitely he's my most valuable loser, man. And for us, I want to highlight the rookies right now. For us, my rookie of the year, we know Wembanyama is the phenom, the guy that came in. Everybody was talking about, and for exceptional reason, man, because the guy is amazing. Guy has a skill set like no other. This guy is box office as well. He does play for the Spurs. They are one of the worst teams in the league, but they still get a lot of TV time. And Victor Wembanyama is the main reason why, man, because this guy was highly, 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 highly anticipated coming to the league, man. It hasn't been a highly anticipated player like this since LeBron, man. So Wembanyama has fulfilled expectations, man, individually wise, but team wise, it hasn't elevated his team, man. And Chet Holmgren, man. Chet Holmgren is a guy, man, like I was talking about earlier. He's gonna be, if not be one of the league leaders in blocks, he will be top three for sure. Chet Holmgren, man, is a guy to go inside and out. Has been playing amazing this year. It has been one of the main reasons OKC has been thriving, like they've been thriving. And it's looking like it's going to be a two-legged race with Rick of the Year between Victor Wembanyama and Chet Holmgren. But if I would have gave the edge to right now, I know a lot of people probably would pick Victor Wembanyama, but I would have my pick and choose. I would be picking Chet Holmgren, man, because the guy, man, is elevating his team, man. Not individually wise, team wise, bro. Just he has the stats, he has everything, but man, to have your team sitting at number 2 in the West, it's saying a lot, man. So with that being said, he definitely, man, deserves to be Rookie of the Year right now, man. And a little quick hitter, man, for this all ends. This concludes our show. But a little quick hitter, right quick, man. We had news breakout today. The Orlando Magic will retire Shaq number 32 jersey on February the 13th. So, man, shout out to Shaq, man, for getting the jersey retired, man. In Orlando, man, that's a big, huge thing, man, to get your jersey retired by 2 different franchises, and it's well deserved, man, because we all know what kind of player Shaq was when he was with Orlando, one of the best players of all time in Orlando history. They didn't bring home a championship in their early glory days when it was him and Penny. But man, he definitely need to get his jersey retired in Orlando, man. I'm glad to see them guys do that. We also seen Ricky Rubio retiring today from the NBA. Ricky Rubio was a solid player. Um, can't say enough about Ricky Rubio. He's a professional. Was a good point guard in this league. He played for 12 seasons, and he will be calling the rep. So we're seeing Ricky Rubio retired, and we seeing Magic to retire Shaq in Jersey, man. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all support, man. Appreciate y'all support, man, for Sports Noise Media. Um, this has been a special edition, man, for us, the NBA edition, man. We will see more content coming from our normal program with Knight and Dennis. We will see some separate content as well moving forward with Dennis, man. He's gonna have a special going on with the show. He's gonna be highlighting wrestling. So he will have a show based off strictly wrestling content. So be looking all the wrestling fans out there. Be looking forward to Dennis coming with his separate special edition show as well, concentrating uh concentrating concentrating on wrestling, man, moving forward, man. This is the new year, 2024. I'm glad to be here, man. Blessed to be here, providing this content with y'all, man. Moving forward, man, I'm looking for big things for Sports Noise Media. Like I say, man, need y'all out there, man, to subscribe and hit that like button, man, and keep tuning in, keep chiming in, and we gonna keep hitting y'all with the content, man. We gonna keep getting better and better, man, and we gonna keep hitting y'all across the head, man, with this raw content, man, for Sports Noise, and for my show as well. I have another show as well. I'm the co-host on this show, Sports Noise Media, but I am I'm hosting the show as well. For my audience members out here, if you have Facebook, my show strictly is on Facebook Live right now. I go live on Facebook and present it, but I will be moving my show in a short period of time to YouTube as well. It's called The Bullpen. It's a sports show as well, but we highlighting. I'm expanding the range on the show. Starting last week, not last week, but my last show, I just started a new thing where not only we centered around sports, we're gonna be talking about entertainment as well. So if you like TV shows, movies, music of that nature, just the latest topics, man, that's going on in social media as well. This is the show for you, man. So tune in to Facebook Live. If you have a Facebook page, man, just look up Mike Reed, MikeReed. And you send me a friend request. I can lock you in and I can plug you in. Or just tune in, man. Usually I do the show every Tuesday. Usually around about 7:30, 8 o'clock. I go live on Facebook and does the show. It has been taking off the ground, has been doing amazing. So I appreciate all the support for the bullpen, man. But for all the audience members out here that's paying attention right now, go show some support for the bullpen as well, man. Just as much as Sports Noise Media, man, because we cooking right now. We're cooking with grease, and it's gonna get better, man. So, like I said, man, y'all will be seeing our regular program in the next couple of days. Like I say, we will see separate content from Dennis as well. So on behalf of my other co-hosts, Knight and Dennis, man, that concludes this episode for the NBA fans, man. I appreciate y'all, man, for tuning in, man. See y'all on the next episode of Sports Noise Media, man.